And I'm coming over here to the antennae. Oh, I gotta remember this too. Hold on. I need that, and I need this. Okay. I had to take some time off to do some vinyl cutting, and I noticed, I don't know if you can see these lines or not. Here's the lettering, but right here we got a little bit of a line cut. It's a fine cut, but it's not supposed to be there. That means that the up and down has to be adjusted a little bit. So I need to adjust that because it's coming up, but it's not coming up enough. So wherever the blade travels to get from point A to point B, it gives you that fine cut. Now, can you make it work? Yes. However, it's not the right way to do it. All right, now, I think I told you yesterday, I don't know if I even posted it or not, but one of the members of the gun club, John, called me up, and about 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe longer, and he said he was cleaning out his garage. Yeah, I'll tell you what, his garage is worse than mine. However, his is all big stuff. He's got a kit car there that he's going to sell. It's got a Volkswagen frame under it with the Volkswagen engine. I think he said the body weighs like 1,200 pounds. But anyway, he hasn't got the time, so it's just been sitting there, and he wants to just get rid of it. He has four motorcycles sitting there. They're all Hondas. He's got a 450. Then he's got a 350. I don't remember what he said what the other one was. I'm not big into Hondas. And he's got 2 Gold Wings, 89s, that look brand spanking new. And he says he doesn't ride, so he wants to get rid of a couple of the bikes. He just wants to keep one Gold Wing, and he wants to keep the little one there, whatever it is, 250 or whatever. Only because that was his first motorcycle. So, but he has all this, a car, 4 motorcycles. I couldn't tell you what else is in there. Into a small 2-car garage. When you walk through there, it's worse than walking through here. He hasn't got that much room to walk through. So anyway, he said to me, when he starts to clean up, he knows he has some antennas around someplace. And he's sure that I can use them. So he called me yesterday, and I went over there, and sure as shit, they had these. I opened up the boxes. The boxes were kind of tore a little bit here and there, from being around. But for the most part, they're all new. Like I say, I cut all these open. This is a 5B TV made by Hustler. I have a 4 up on the roof. So guess what? This one's going up. This is a very good vertical antenna. This is about, if I remember right, I looked it up, I think it was 250 bucks. And here it is, brand new, still in the box. Like I said, I did all this. Then we have this Comet down here. Right, this is a Comet. This is a 2-meter 448 dB gain antenna. This is another $200 antenna, 220, 240. And then this one, which is Crushcraft, this one, it's a good antenna. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a 3-element beam, if that's what you want to call it. Some call them yogis, some call them yagis, some call them beams, But anyway, it's a 3-element, but it's for 6 meter. I talk on all the bands, so just to have one antenna up, that I'm going to have to put a rotor on it to talk on one band, unless it's really important, it's not going to happen. So I'll probably just tape that all up, put it up somewhere. Actually, if I take that down, there's all storage up there. I can just start throwing things up there too. Don't give me any ideas. But that's probably where that's going to go. So this one, I forgot the model on it. It was right on the box, or it was on the paperwork, because it came with the paperwork. It did. It's a CAH 250 BK. Charlie Hotel Alpha 2 50 Bravo X-ray. And that's going to go up. And this one's going to go up. So, which, you know what, this actually came in. And then I have another one, the long wire I have to put up. I forgot, well, not a long wire. I want to test it. That's the only reason why I want to put it up. I want to see if it works. It's actually a mobile antenna. But they say you can use it as a base, you know, as a permanent land base. All right, so just for the hell of it, let's take some of this off here and see. Now, if I remember right, this one I think has 2 sets of you got to pay attention to these things because sometimes they tape things inside. Now this is a little bit of coil, Allen key. Let's get the knife out again. What is here? What is this? Now, this is one of those things to where you got to try to get as close as you can to whatever it's saying, because this is a top piece which is adjustable. Well, this is going to be 20 feet in the air, even if it was just sitting on the ground. And this is one of those things to where this is going to have to be adjusted. So, this is an 80-meter coil. I don't know. Anyway, it's one of those things to where either you're going to be having it on a lift and lay mount on the ground temporarily, and then when you put it up, hopefully it doesn't change. It really shouldn't. However, whatever the directions say, you kind of work in between those depending. Usually they'll tell you, you know, this far in, that far in, for what part of the band, you know, so you can kind of judge it from there. Like a K40 antenna for your car when they first came out, the trunk mount, magnet mount, regardless of what it is. It was a base load, and if you wanted a good SWR, you just put it all the way down. See, I don't want that all the way down. I don't know how far it has to be. I'll put it there for now. I'm going to tighten it back up so I don't lose it. You put it all the way down and you bring it up 1/8 of an inch, and your SWRs will be good across your 11-meter band. I don't even know if they still make those. That's not a bad antenna. It really wasn't. It would only take like 250 watts. However, on 11 meters, you're not supposed to run more than 4. Anyway. Now that's your output power, not your speaker output, but what you're putting out to the antenna. People used to get confused with the output because it'll say 5 watts. And then they'll say it's only doing 3.5 watts. You know, because they checked it on their little $10 meter, which is good enough for 11 meter for quick checking things. You're not going to find them anymore. However, when you tell them, no, that's the audio coming from your speaker. That's like if you have a 100-watt stereo. You know, that's kind of what it's like. Oh, well, it's still only doing 3.5 watts. Yeah, it is. Because you got to kind of look at it in a way that when the manufacturers put these radios together, they're not going to pay to have their techs fine-tune each radio to a 4-watt output. That takes time. That's going to increase the dollars. It's just going to be more of an expense for everybody at that point. So they put everything in there that'll keep it close, but not go over the 4 watts. Because if it goes over 4 watts, and they're producing this thing at the time, FCC was big into coming down on you. And they didn't want to have to worry about getting fines from the FCC and also being watched tightly every time something's done after that. So it got to be a little bit of a pain in the ass. That's why they used to tell them want the radio so-called tuned and peaked. Tune it up. More power. Well, the output power on those things are only going to do so much because of the parts that are in them. But you can make it sound like there's a lot of power coming out of it. By getting some good audio out of it. You know, you want to see when you're on a decent meter, you want to see when you talk the meter go forward. 5, 10, 50, whatever you're saying. 5, 5, 5 is something they say a lot. Test, 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 but usually 5, 5, 5. You want to see it go forward. Now the higher you bring the power, the final can't do anymore. So when you start talking, it's going to go 5, 5. So you'd rather have a little bit less power and have more 5, more swing. Because that's going to make you louder. 5 is only going to make you sound like crap. Okay, now, let me see. Let me see. I want to see if everything is here. Oh, this is the receipt for this one too? Oh, this is the receipt for the 6 meter. Okay. See Gar walking by. Probably walking the dogs, which means dinner's almost done. Whoop. What kind is this? And then accidents can kill. Yes, they can. That's why you really want to pay attention. You have to think about it. You really do. And again, you can't assume everybody knows. Because sometimes they'll do it not even thinking about it. When it comes to antennas, height is the thing. Height is your friend. However, you don't want it so high that it's unstable. Because if it's coming down, you're losing it. I'd rather have it 20 feet up than have it 100 feet up. You follow me? Because 100 feet means it's only going to come down. All right? So anyway, that's one thing. The other is, if it comes down, what's within the field of where it's going to come down at? If it's going to come down over power lines, you know. If it's going to come down over your neighbor's house, And there's a lot of things you have to deal with. All right. I'm going to do an inventory check here. Check, 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 check. Plastic cap, that's on the top. All right. You have the coil with the stinger in it. We do. We have a top section, which is 56 inches. We do. I can tell by the cap. We have another coil, 20 meter trap. It's a trap, it's not a coil. Shame on me, sorry. And it is a trap. There's a trap, just a 20. That's the 20 meter trap, okay. 15 meter trap, that's a 10. 15. Okay, so we have a 10, 15, 20. And 15, 20. And 15, 20. Okay, 75 and 80. Okay. I thought this covered 40. Oh, okay, it will. I'm sorry. And we have in between. Yeah. We have the rate. Oh no, did I see that? Oh, there it is. Okay. And there should be. There they are. I just seen them. There they are. Another set. Okay. All right, so we have everything. So this can be a symbol. But for now, let me put that there. I'm going to take this one and lay this up on top of this because I don't want the wife to trip on it because it was sticking out in the walkway. As long as it stays in the box, I'm happy. This one's easy. Well, they're both somewhat easy. However, the 5 BTV is not super easy. Put it that way. Knock this down. Knock this down. You should have water in it. They get this. Yeah, rusty water. There's water. Well, today's Sunday, and I didn't realize how late it is. So I wanted to wash the floor down. The guns are clean. Let me put this back here. Now, let's go back over there for a few minutes. Oh, wait a minute. Probably not going to work. Well, you know what? It may work. Hold on, guys.